Well, good evening, everyone. I am delighted to welcome you to our Monday night Mission Possible team call. Every single week, it is our privilege to come together as a team where we can learn, be inspired, connect with one another, encourage and cheerlead each other on. It's what teams are about. And our team is very good at doing that. And tonight, we are so excited about our call this evening. Much preparation and contribution is going to be going into this call for you, so you can be better. Many of you asked when we did a poll most recently, we asked what would help you build your business. And one of the pieces that you said, number 2, was expanding your market. So BJ Crabtree, National Marketing Director, BJ Crabtree from St. Louis, is going to lead us in this conversation tonight. So welcome, BJ.
Thank you, everyone. I am just so excited about this call. I've been talking with everyone. They've been sharing their excitement and all the activities. And we've been talking about expanding your markets. So what are you doing to get out the door, to meet new people, the activities that are being created? And I have such an amazing lineup of individuals that are going to be sharing. So as Sharon suggested, take great notes because it's just going to blow your mind. So we're going to get started immediately. And I'm going to ask Nicole if she will come on first. And are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. Please go ahead and share what you have been doing to expand your markets.
Thank you, BJ. Well, about a year ago, actually it was a little over a year ago, my sponsor Sandy Verdon had suggested that I find a MOPS group because I had a daughter that was not quite 2 yet. And that was something that it took me a little while, but I discovered there was one very close to where I live, and I was able to join a group in September, just over a year ago, and get started in that group. And that was just a tremendous networking opportunity, especially at the beginning of the year, because there were probably close to 70 moms that were there, all with preschoolers or younger age kids. So that really helped me start building some friendships and relationships through that group. And then one of the members of that group that I'd actually reached out to prospect for Juice Plus, we got together and got to know each other better. And she has her own direct selling business that she works from home so she can be home with her daughter. And she invited me to come to a networking group meeting. It's called Wings, Women in Network Generate Success. And it's organized by a lady that lives here locally where I do. And so I went with just the intention of just good exposure for me to be in front of a group of people and have a 60-second commercial where I explain what my business is. And I had no intention of joining because I knew that there was a fee involved with it, and it didn't seem to make sense to me initially. But once I went to the meeting, I just love this supportive group of women. They're all professional business owners of some kind. They have a certain number that are just direct sales and others that are more traditional businesses, but they all work together to support each other. And a couple times a year, we get a chance to present our business opportunity or our business, what our product is and or our business, and explain more. So it's good from the standpoint of developing professionally, speaking in front of other women, and getting to know each other. We meet one-on-one outside of our 2 meetings a month and really get to know each other and how we can support each other. So I've picked up quite a few number of customers there and building relationships and looking forward to referrals to come through that. So those have just been 2 tremendous resources that have helped me get out of the house and meet people and be involved in more events.
Thank you, Nicole. That was beautiful. It's get out of the house, right? We're going to be hearing a lot of that. Walk out your front door. It makes all the difference in the world. All right, now we're going to go to Sandy Verdon. Sandy, if you can unmute yourself and come on and kind of share how you're expanding your markets.
Hi there. Well, and being a veteran in this business, it is all about constantly creating warm market. And I guess I'm an example of just living your life and finding people where you go. For me, I go to the gym 4 days a week, and I'm all about building a relationship at the gym with people I see on a daily basis there, talking to them. And I really do have it. it almost creates an accountability for the gym too, because you want to go see those people and they expect to see you, you know, so, but that's where Cindy, one of my latest qualifying businesses came from, is the gym. I noticed a new pretty gal that came to the gym, and I just went up to her and welcomed her and made friends with her. And I've done that with other gals in the gym too, and I've gotten several customers. And of course, Cindy is a distributor there also. So the gym is a great place, something like that. A gentleman I met at the gym, an older gentleman, belongs to an Optimist group, and he invited me to come speak. And when I did that, I found my other new distributor, Lindsay Gonterman, who hasn't been able to get on a call because she spent the last 3 weeks in Japan, and she just HLP'd her business this morning while she was in Japan. And not with Japanese business per se, but we were able to do it long distance. And so that was really exciting too. So again, it was a gym relationship that brought that to me. And I've been doing events like Bumps and Babies event where Cindy got her first distributor and who will HLP. And we have other customers from that I've gotten over the years. I did a senior living facility wellness health fair on Friday, where I got an order on the spot, 3 other leads, actually maybe 4. And one of them is a DO who was looking for a Juice Plus distributor because she really wanted to get on it and get her boyfriend on it and her nieces and nephews on it. And and who knows what's going to come out of that relationship. So just being out at these events and being visible. I also met a fabulous woman on my flight to London, and, you know, just you go with intention of creating relationship and in meeting new people. You just never know who you're going to meet. And this woman on this flight, she lives 15 minutes from me, and she will be on our team. She is not yet, but she will be. And she is just fabulous energy. And you guys will get to meet her too, hopefully in the coming months here. And I have a Christmas fair coming up that I just learned about at the health fair on Friday. And I'm going to have a booth at that. And it's actually December outside. So that should be really interesting. But lots of fun. You just keep up the intentional activity.
Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that. All right, now we're going to go to Janae Bartz, and she's going to share her activities.
Thanks, BJ. Well, I'm going to kind of piggyback on what the last 2 people have shared on, because it's all woven together about relationships. So I was really wanting to be a part of some different groups in the area. So I found out about MOPS, Moms of Preschoolers, as well. This is my 2nd year part of it. And so just going in, meeting tons of women that I had never met before. I could guess actually I'd met a couple women through the gym that they invited me to MOPS. So it was like a double relationship. So that was really great because I met them at yoga. And so I was building a friendship there, and then could just take that relationship further. So I've had some customers, I've had some team members come out of the gym, and it's just been fabulous for relationship and friendship building. I just love these people. And now connecting with more moms on just a parent level and getting tips has been wonderful for me, another outlet. And then also building those relationships with those moms. We're creating play dates. So we're going and we've done some pool activities. We've gone to each other's homes. We've met at the park. And then they're introducing me to other people that they know at the park that just happen to be there. So then I'm able to look them up on Facebook and become friends with them that way, so they can kind of see my lifestyle on Facebook. I'm also doing booths. So this Thursday I have a booth that's an annual wellness fair, and it's a free event. So they keep me on their calendar every year. They invite me. The host of this event is a customer of mine. She loves her product. She's been sharing it with people. So I see a future team member with that as well. So it is all about relationships and just expanding that. And I'm really wanting to build more friendships and just seeing where the relationship goes to see if it turns into business.
Wonderful, Janae. Thank you so much. And now we're going to move on. I'm going fast because I want to make sure we get everyone in. And you don't have to talk so fast. It's okay, but I want to make sure we got everyone. So let's go to Alyssa. Alyssa, would you come on and share?
Yes, thank you for asking me to. So I love all of these ideas, and I feel like we can all find something that works best for us. So I don't have a MOPS group close to me, so I think it would be awesome to have one, but I can go to the park. So I do that even with my daycare kids, and that's awesome because it gets them out of the house, it gets me out of the house. We meet lots of different parents, but I like to go around to different parks. I don't always visit the same one. I'm in a small town, and so I go to like surrounding towns. If you're in a larger city, go to different parks because there's tons out there. I'll even, like, if I'm going grocery shopping, I'll be like, hey girls, you want to go to the park afterwards? They do really well in the grocery store knowing they're going to go to the park later. And so we'll just find a random park, and it's amazing who you'll meet there. I like Network After Work. If you haven't heard of that yet, you can sign up for emails and they will send you invitations when they have events coming up. So I went to a Network After Work and an hour away last week, and I could bring somebody for free with me. So I asked Janae, of course, because she's my buddy, and she went with me. And it was great because we could be there together talking to a group of people and kind of feed off of each other and our energy. And, you know, she'd make a comment and then I'd make a comment, and people were coming up to us and talking to us. Like, we could have stayed at one table the whole night and people would have just kept coming. It was awesome. And I've never had that before when I've gone to the networking events by myself. So it was really fun to go with her. BJ, do you want me to go ahead and share about Teamzy now too? Is that okay?
Yeah, for a few minutes. Yeah, really quickly. Okay. Thanks.
So the next thing that I was asked to talk about was Teamzy. So I have been using this for a while now, and I'm just going to share my screen so that way you guys can see everything. But this has really helped me be more accountable to myself and be focused on my business. If I have little pockets of time, I want to know exactly who I'm going to reach out to, what I'm going to say to them, or just moving forward. So sometimes if you don't have a plan in place, you can sit there. If you have 15 minutes and then you spend 12 of it trying to figure out, oh, who should I talk to today? And then it's too late. So I love this because you have different sections here. You have your prospects, and you can, there's tutorials on how to put everything in, but there's prospects, customers, distributors, and follow-ups. And I'm gonna just scroll up. This is what I did today. I reached out to 35 prospects, 10 customers, 2 distributors, and out of those 35 prospects, 15 of them were invites. If I didn't have this system in place that works for me, there's no way that I would have done that in the amount of time that I did. But because I have this system, it really works. And I love that it's helping me be more consistent, but also making sure that I am following up with people instead of having them fall through the cracks, because I think that's huge. You know, if you forget to write somebody's name down or forget to write it on your calendar or something like that, and you just miss it. So I love on here that you can do scheduled follow-ups, and it tells you right here how many you have left for the day. And if I do have a specific time or a specific day that I have to follow up with a person, I still put that on my planner at the time that I'm going to call them, all that kind of stuff. Because like this, I had this person that I was supposed to follow up with yesterday. That didn't happen, but I didn't have that scheduled with her that I was going to follow up with her. That was more just for my benefit. I needed to reach out to her again. So if you guys have questions about Teamzy, I'm happy to tell you more. You can send me a private box about it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Alyssa. I wanted her to share Teamzy because it just keeps her on track and expanding her markets. We will be discussing that more in the future. But this is what's working for Alyssa, and we want to, you know, be aware of those things that are out there. It is a financial commitment to be a part of that, but those are some things that we're going to be investigating and looking at. All right, thank you for sharing. So greatly appreciate it. Next, we're going to move to Mona Hitch in Springfield, Tennessee. Mona is just going gangbusters in so many different directions. And Mona, please come on and share how you're expanding your markets and what you're doing. Can you unmute yourself? Unmute.
Okay.
There you go. Thank you. Can't hear you. Just a second. Unmute. Now go.
Good?
Okay.
Okay. So, as you said, you got to get out of the house. You know, your why always makes you cry. And cancer caused me to cry, and it caused me to care. And so I was so driven by the cure of cancer. I wanted to do something about it. And the Lord said, I made you go do something about it. So I went to the YMCA. I got out of the house. I went to the YMCA, put my bowl panties on, and asked, who do you know in our community that wants to start a community garden for humanity? I mean, to start something to educate. They sent me to Drew Sloan, which is a pharmacist right here in Springfield, Tennessee. He and I connected, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward. Signed up. He really wanted to do something as well. From that, at the time that I needed something, I joined the Master Gardeners. People say, what are you doing? Join Master Gardeners when you're going through all this. But I joined them to get out and network. That got me out of the house. And get out of the house, get out of the house, get out of the house. Life is going to come at you. Life is going to do it. But just go garden. From there, I fast forwarded into the Rotary Club, speaking about our vision about the community garden. Again, I didn't ever think anyone would ever want to come to the country because I lived so far out. My husband and I started the Tennessee Urban Farms, and we started doing events, and we started doing them monthly, putting them in the calendar for all year long. I was able to invite all these different folks there, the Rotary Club, different people like that, getting involved. Nashville Lawn and Garden called me up, wanted me to come speak for them. That led to the Opryland. That led to speaking to the Nashville Rose Society. That led to now the Horticultural Society is calling. So it's get out of the house, talk about your why, have that passion, have that drive. Don't let fear get in your way, and just start putting your shoes on and get outside, out of the box. So that's it. And a business referral networking that I attend every Thursday that I'm there as well. So I love it. I love it. And I just ask, knock on doors. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? And so that's gotten me out. So I'm very excited with where I've been, where I'm going, and what God's doing.
Thank you, Mona. That was amazing. Thank you for sharing. And now we're going to go to Carol, and she's in her car. Are you still there, Carol? We can barely hear you. Speak up. And Carol's going to share what she has been doing and that is really working for her where she lives in Southern Illinois.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so like all the rest, networking has been a major component in building my business, and I had been in a local networking group in the community, and it just wasn't very structured. So I was looking for something different, and it was invited to a networking group called a BNI, which is Business Network International. So it is global, and I really loved the structure of the meeting, but also the fact that everything that they believed in really kind of parallels with our Juice Plus company and how we believe. So that was one big draw for me. But we have in our meetings, we have about 25 members. And I'm the only one that can be doing nutrition. So everybody, there's one business allowed per person for that. Not only do I have 25 people that now are kind of like on my marketing team, because when they're speaking to someone about nutrition, or they hear someone that, is sick or whatever's going on, or they're just wanting to start a better journey in health, they recommend me as a referral. And what's also great about this, about BNI, is that I can go to anywhere in the United States that has a networking meeting, and I can attend their meeting and start building relationships anywhere in the United States. as well in a lot of different countries. So it's kept me very focused, and I like the financial commitment because it does make me work. And I'm not just going to be throwing my time away and my money with this. So it's been very helpful. I love it. There's been a lot of events come out that I've been invited to, and it's helped my business grow.
Wonderful, Carol. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Did you take lots of notes? Have you got lots of creative ideas? You know, our company gives us a tremendous amount of tools to build our business with, but it's all about building relationships, getting out and meeting people. You know, I started one-on-one, meeting with people for lunch, getting together with them, getting to know them better. And you know that I'm getting right back to that. And I've been working more and more on working in the community and being more involved in community activities. And it is beginning to open doors that I never thought could be opened. And I'm just pushing forward. And just be creative. Look in your community. See what's happening. You can even Google what's happening in my community this week, this month. And most of those activities are there for you. And just make a phone call or send an email and just reach out to them and see if you can become involved. It will open doors that you never thought could be opened. All right. I just want to thank each and every one of you this evening for sharing your heart and sharing all the activities that you're doing. And I wanted to leave you, I always like to leave words of encouragement, and I just love Jim Rohn, and I got a couple of things I wanted to share. The ultimate reason for setting goals is to entice you to become the person it takes to achieve them, right? And then the other thing I wanted to share is, he said, sharing makes you bigger than you are. The more you pour out, the more life will be able to pour into you. And here's what is exciting about sharing ideas with others. If you share a new idea with 10 people, they get to hear it once, but you get to hear it 10 times.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
And it just helps you get better and better and better. So once again, thank you for a beautiful call this evening, for everybody sharing, and just thank you. It's really been a pleasure.
Well, let me just say thank you, BJ, for hosting us and guiding us in this conversation. Very, very inspiring and useful. And thank you, everybody, for sharing what you're doing to expand your markets. And I made a whole list of hashtags while you all were talking. And I'll tell you the one I heard the most: get out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag get out of the house. Hashtag get out of the house. I must have written that down 4 or 5 times. And this came from you guys, those of you who are out networking. So this is a message to all of us that nothing happens while you're sitting at home. You've got to go out and have an impact in your community. And we can do that by giving back. So thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, BJ. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. This was recorded and it will be posted so you can listen to it again. Share it with your teams. Have a good week, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, BJ. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.